the girl that plays Hannah Montana, this Cyrus girl who is such a megastar around the world. One of you guys was texting her from the exchange I saw, and we posted at prisonplanet.com, and she said, "What is InfoWars?" And just from that, we got thousands of Twitters and emails and more pouring in today from new listeners and young people trying to find out what's going on and, trying to discover what's happening. I mean, that is so valuable to see that going on. I hope that you guys and others can reach out to Miss Cyrus and explain to her she's being used by the globalists who want to restrict free speech with this cyberbullying act that states, and I'm going to read it after the break, word for word, that if you hurt someone's feelings, the government's going to come charge you with a felony and put you in prison, the end of the First Amendment. I mean, obviously, bullying isn't a nice thing, but having the feds come arrest people for their speech, I don't think she wants to be known as the person that helped kill America.
No, and I know Miley, and she's a great girl, and I was Twittering her about it because I want everyone to be aware about it. And she had no idea, and it's very hard to find out about you because they try to keep InfoWars and Alex Jones, everything very hidden and secretive because they know that's the weapon used against them is truth, and truth hurts, and that's what they're trying to hide from everyone. And, we just want to make everyone aware of what's going on before it's too late. And I saw what you were saying about the Bully Act, and that is just robbing everyone of freedom of speech. That's saying if I put up a Bible verse on my Twitter, then I can be hurting people's feelings and be persecuted for it. And that's not America, and it's so sad that it's gotten this far.
Well, I want to be clear. We're not saying that Miley Cyrus is bad, and I said that day one. I said she was being used.
No, of course. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. She hasn't known. None of us know. It's very hard to find out. So the fact that she showed interest in this really made a big difference to so many little girls and to so many people. It was such a blessing.
Have you gotten any feedback from her about the cyberbullying now?
I haven't, but I'm definitely going to talk to her about it. I want to talk to her in person about it, too.
How long ago did you guys start researching this, Heidi and Spencer?
I would say several months ago, but I've always been a big Christian, so I knew about the mark of the beast and, the Antichrist and the end of the world, but I just never realized who it was. I always knew it would come, I felt like, in my time since I was a child, but this is a whole different awakening with facts and with what's really going on every day in the world. Especially now that they're trying to do the chips. You will have to kill me before I get a chip. That would never happen. The fact that people are even already okay with this is sickening. I could throw up right now. A chip? Are we dogs? Dogs don't even deserve chips. And it says in the Bible that is the mark of the beast, and that is the sign of worshiping the devil. So over my dead body would I ever get a chip in my body. My body belongs to Jesus Christ, to God alone, and no one will ever put anything in me. I will not worship the devil. I will not be conformed to this world. That will not happen, and people should stand up because I am not, being covered up by FEMA right now. I am a disciple of Jesus, and I will speak out to Christians, and I will let people know this is not right. Because I've always been a very serious Christian, and most Christians understand what's going on. They understand they're being persecuted. They understand this is the end of the world. They understand the new world order, the one world currency is all in Revelations in the Bible. So they're taking me very seriously, and they know when I mean something that it's a message, and I'm not just full of things, and I tell the truth. And, Jesus says to hate evil and to cling what is good.
Heidi, you were trying to tell a story before we hit that break.
I was just saying about birth control because I got very scared about it the other day, and I felt like God was telling me that this was something just created by the government that is really bad for my body, and I was just getting sick. And I researched it, and one of the founding people who invented birth control said it was the worst thing that they've ever done. They wish they never created it. How it morally corrupted society is just sickening to him. How it devalues women, how it causes depression, how it can cause cancer, how it sterilizes your body and what it does to your body, how most women are suicidal sometimes on it. And in fact, in order to even stabilize the population right now, each woman would have to have 3 children. That the population is decreasing so much that population control is just a myth.
So you guys really do know your stuff on this. You've really, I guess, had a crash course in all of this, or were you already aware of a lot of these issues before you saw my films?
No, your film definitely put us in a crash course schooling system. We needed to really learn our facts, and it inspired us to a whole new level. And we love our guns. We go shooting all the time. We love our guns. My dad loves his guns, and they're for your protection. They're not taking it out of the hands of bad guys. They're the ones who can still get the guns. They're the ones who will have the guns in the streets, and the people, the police officers who, abuse their authority, as I've seen many times in your tapes. It makes me disgusted, and I hate what is evil, and I feel so bad for the people in this world because they just have no idea what's going on. And I'm praying for this world, and I'm praying for Obama, and I'm praying that these people will somehow get a conscience or something, because it's just sick and saddening, and I know the end is very near.
The girls and the boys and the teenagers, the young people, are all so insecure because they don't look like a Heidi or they don't look like a Spencer. That then makes them insecure, so the establishment can come in and then sell them the products and then make them never feel like empowered entities or creatures alive one time on this planet as a test by God to see where they go in the future. I think it's very exciting that you guys, as these big pop culture icons, are now having this metamorphosis to the New World Order. Is it fair to say you guys have woken up then to the Matrix and the New World Order?
That would be an understatement.
We've definitely woken up to what's going on and to the New World Order and to a real Matrix that there is in the world. It's not just conspiracies. It's nothing to do with that. That's a word that they've created to make people sound crazy. It's like, you only sound crazy if you don't believe what everyone believes, if you're not a sheep. But that's not what God says. And now that people are trying to play God on this earth, it's very scary. And I pray for their souls, because there's a lot more than this life. And do not mess with God or his people, because there will be punishment for it. And this is a very scary thing. And chips are disgusting. I keep hearing this, and I can't even believe it. And they've done such a good job at making computers seem cool, and you need the new technology, the new anything at any cost. That is such a lie. That is so disgusting. We're incriminating ourselves by laziness, and it's very sad. And I really pray for America and that everybody wakes up, because this chip is the end of humanity.
Other Hollywood folks you talk to about this stuff, are they saying, yeah, I knew this was going on all along, but just didn't know the full picture, or I knew something was wrong in my gut, or are they saying, hey, you're just a kook?
Well, we're kind of our own entity. We're like Bonnie and Clyde over here. So we have just been telling the people who matter the most in our lives, which are our family and friends and our Twitter fans, and trying to really get the whole world aware. But I saw that clip, and I was praying to Jesus that was not a real child that they were mock burning, because I heard that scream, and that was a gut-wrenching, that's a crazy, crazy sacrifice. And this country was founded on the Bible. Our forefathers, this is a Christian country, and people have seemed to forgot that by now, that there's all these religions, and which one, and any religion's okay. No. In the Bible, it says you can only get to the Father through the Son. And that is what our country knew. And that's what our forefathers, our founding fathers, it's in the Constitution. And I do not want some Luciferian, Illuminati, devil-worshipping people even touching this country, let alone making the decisions for it. And it's just a very crazy situation.
I feel I'm so sorry to America that I have distracted you for the last 2.5 years with all of mine and my wife's antics, that, we're all about our selfishness and about our own fame and, our own success, when we should have been way more concerned about the success of America and what it stands for, and, the issues that are so much more important than any of the things I've ever talked about in the media.
What they do is they use your obsession with who you are and how you look to put that same obsession on other people, so that we're all so obsessed with how we look and what we're saying and so insecure that we can't ever see the wider world around us. Heidi, comments on that?
I definitely agree with that. And, with just this whole media and with all the girls and how you're supposed to look, and you know, the truth is these people in the media wouldn't even act like that if it wasn't their job. And, you know, it's our job now to really inform people and to step back from that and to educate people. And, you know, there are kids who listen, and these kids need to secure their own future because no one's going to do it for you. And these people are just snakes coming out, and it's very sad and it's very painful to watch. And, you know, I'm just really, really praying for America, and I'm really praying for this world because it's a very sad, vapid, shallow world that they've put everyone into the only thing they care about. I mean,
it is. It's very, very shallow. And the meanwhile, we're in the ice cold, 1,000-league deep New World Order ocean, focused on this mile-wide, inch-deep mainstream media. In closing, tell folks about your current TV show. Are we going to see any of these messages on the show, or are they going to edit that out?
No, they would definitely edit that out because it's only about the drama in our lives and with other characters and storyline. But we will definitely try to get this message out wherever we can, whenever we can, and as often as we can. And our thoughts and prayers are with you too. And we thank you for everything that you've done and for being a true patriot, that this country needs way more men like you. And we are grateful for you dedicating your life to this. And we have seen these videos, and you've been doing this for a long time. And, you know, keep going.
And you were telling me, Spencer, during the break that you've got a new music album coming up, and tell folks the title of it.
Yeah, Heidi and I both partnered with Warner Music Group, and we're distributing albums, and my first rap album is going to be called InfoWars, and my first single, I'm pretty sure it's going to be called The Patriot Act. Regardless of the title of the first single, I would love it, Mr. Jones, if you would get your megaphone out and come supply the song with that extra momentum that it needs.
Sure, just send me a script and I'll bullhorn it and send you a recording of it if that'll work for you. Anything to get the truth out to the people and reach the population. Heidi, what's your view on government-sponsored terror and 9/11?
I think it's really sad, and I think they're doing it in small ways as well as big ways. You know, the Oklahoma City bombings, I saw that whole clip and how there were 2 men in there and several men and other bombs going off. There were, 4 bombs in that building, and 2 went off right away. I mean, the fact that they can just cover things up, and the fact that they are so smug about it, they don't even really care about anyone else in this. And the other night in downtown L.A., they're doing those drills that are in your video, the Blackhawks taking over downtown L.A. 10 nights in a row. What do they need to be downtown in L.A. for, scaring the people, actually terrorizing L.A., getting ready for whatever they're getting ready for? It's just really sad and sick, and people are like, oh, it must be for a movie. It's not for a movie. This is the government. You're not in a Hollywood set. They've done such a good job of making everyone live through movies and video games that you don't really feel like this is life. But people, this is life, and you have won, and it's given to you by God, and that's the only person who should tell you what you should do. It says in the Bible that we should be free men and only answer to God. I'm only scared of God. You can do certain things to my body, anything, but Jesus is the only one that I would bow down to and be scared of.
No king but King Jesus.
Amen.
That was the Revolutionary War cry that they don't teach in schools. Incredible. You're absolutely right. We're being sucked into a matrix. I'll sit there at a restaurant with my children and my wife and my kids. We don't watch a lot of TV at home, very little, and they'll just like zombies be watching, and all the other kids are like zombies watching the TV, even if it's the soccer game or Kentucky Derby or Fox News. They're watching it, and other kids are sitting there playing video games while they're at the table. Kids at other tables with their parents, not even communicating with their family. I mean, people are literally being programmed by this, and having pop sensations like yourselves come out and expose this is going to be a big blow against the establishment. But all I can say is, guys, get ready to be attacked, because I think you're going to have even more attacks from the mainstream media, but I think no weapon formed against you will prosper. I think that's going to backfire and only give you more attention.
Amen, and I agree, and we are in Jesus' hands, and you can persecute us. You can say whatever you want. That's fine, because we are not conformed to this world. We are living for eternal life, and I pray for all these souls, and that's the only thing that matters.